Hey guys, it's Rose with Rose Likes Crochet. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday, March 20th, 2025. Can you believe March is almost over? I'm coming on here with another yarn yakking video. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Rose. I like to crochet. I like yarn a lot, and I make stitch markers along with other items that you can find in my Etsy shop, which is linked down below in the description box. So if you could favorite the shop and favorite a few items, it really does help me out a whole lot, and I do appreciate it. So yarn yakking videos are me talking about if I have any happy mail, which I do, if I have any donations, which I do, and we might talk about maybe doing donation videos separate, but not right now. If I've gone shopping, and I have, and if I have any finished objects, which I do. So we've got all kinds of stuff to talk about today. So we'll do some admin stuff before we get into it. There is a Facebook group for this YouTube podcast, and everything I talk about is linked down below in the description box. So the Facebook group, you have to answer 3 questions to join. I promise they're easy. We would appreciate it if you come and join us over there. We want to see what you're working on. We want to know if you know of any yarn sales that we may not know of. And if you need any advice, you can also post your questions over there. I'm also on Instagram, so that's at Roselikescrochet, which is also tied to a Facebook business page. So if you're not on Instagram, but you want to see what I post on Instagram, you can go ahead and follow the Facebook business page. If you're on Instagram and you see a giveaway and they tell you to tag a friend, please feel free to tag me, and that way I can see what other giveaways are going on also. Besides the Etsy shop, the only other thing is I have a spring shop where there is Rose Likes Crochet merchandise if you want to get t-shirts or mugs or stuff like that, merch. But all the links for that is down below. And by the way, anything I talk about, like if I talk about another YouTuber or if I talk about a pattern, all that stuff will be down below in the description box. So go and check it out. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about, and we're going to talk about this probably for every video for the rest of the year, is random acts of crochet kindness. So we are doing random acts of crochet kindness every month. I am pulling a different item from a bag of tricks and picking an item. And for this month, which is the month of March, the item is butterfly, a butterfly or butterflies. And I'm having a contest. So if you send me an email with a picture of your said random act of crochet kindness, tell me how many you made and where you left them. I will enter you into a drawing at the end of the month for a tiny little prize. The cool thing about that is you don't have to send me anything, random acts of crochet kindness. You just leave them wherever you would like to, and hopefully someone finds them and you put a smile on their face. So there's also a playlist on YouTube called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness where you can find a bunch of patterns too. So go check that out. I've gotten quite a few emails already this month for butterflies, and I actually, if you saw my last video, I made these little butterflies and I didn't wrap any string around the body, like the middle of the wings. I did find some pipe cleaners and I cut them to size and I wrapped those around them. I did put them in baggies with a little note, just a handwritten note that said, "I'm not lost, I'm free. If you'd like, you can take me home," or something like that. And I think I only have like 2 or 3 left that I need to leave somewhere. I was at the post office yesterday and I left one there. I was at the post office last Saturday. I left one there. It was gone when I went back on yesterday. I think I left one at a grocery store. Yeah, I think I left maybe a couple at a grocery store. So anyway, let me know where you're leaving your random acts of crochet kindness. We're going to do that all year round, so for the entire year. The other thing that we're doing monthly, and you will find this list down below in the description box as well as a pinned announcement in the Facebook group, is we are working with a charity this year called the Generous Crafters. Their blog is linked down below, and in the blog there's links to a whole bunch of patterns that they would like us to use if we're donating something. So the list is down below if you want to go check it out. I will tell you that the item for this month, which is March, and we still have 10 days left of March, the item that they're requesting for this month is soap sacks and washcloths. I had to think about that. Soap sacks and washcloths. So if you want to send those in for March, you can do that. And then let me just see what the item is for April. For April, the items are tote bags and cosmetic bags. And then if you want to get going on May, those are going to be baby hats. So those are the items. Again, the list is down below. There's also 2 items that you can send anytime. So the anytime items, and that's through October, the end of October, are prayer squares and 6-inch granny squares. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've lost my mind today. Okay, so this is a prayer square. There is a link in the blog to a pattern for the prayer square, and I think there might be a link for the crocheted version and the knitted version. You can do crochet or knit, or you can even sew a prayer square. Someone did ask the size of these, and they are 3x5, but I don't believe this is a 3x5. This might be a 4x4. But please go and click on the blog link down below and check it out. You don't have to put them in baggies, and you don't have to print anything. They will print this for us. You also can do a prayer square without a cross, and then they will print this, and it will be non-denominational. So those are anytime. So prayer squares and 6-inch granny squares, because they're going to put together some blankets for adults, and lap gowns and baby blankets and all that other stuff. They're going to put those together at the end of the October, I think it was. Yeah. So if you have any questions on Random Acts of Crochet Kindness or the Generous Crafters, please leave a comment, or you can always email me also. So since we were talking about the Generous Crafters, I do have some happy mail for the Generous Crafters. I'm so excited. I actually get to go to a meeting next Monday, so all this stuff I will be bringing over there for them, and hopefully we can keep this party going for this charity. Okay, so the first, and by the way, if you want to send anything for the Generous Crafters, the P.O. box for me is listed down below in the description box. Okay, this first package I have is from Violet. And Violet is from Oregon, and I didn't see a note in the package, but we have 2 washcloths. So Violet, look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness gracious. I love that pattern. This one's a little harder to see because of the yarn, but it's like little shells. So Violet, thank you so much for sending the washcloths. I really do appreciate it. And by the way, anyone who wants to send anything, can be knit, crocheted, store-bought, sewn, on the loom knit knitting machine, however you want to do it. It's very much appreciated. So Violet, thank you so much for the washcloth. That's going to go to them on Monday. So thank you. The next package I have here is from Kay, and she is from Alabama. And I have a little note here. Oh, and by the way, if you send something and you have kitty cats, if you could just put your stuff in a plastic bag and mark it as cat home, that way I don't open it up, I would really appreciate it, because I'm highly allergic to cats. Anyway, she has a note here. Hi, Rose, here are a few items for your charity. Washcloths, knit, and soap sacks do not have patterns, just made up to size. Best wishes from Kay, and she's known as Alley Cat. So if you ever see Alley Cat, that's Kay. So Kay, thank you so much. All right, so let's see what we got here. We've got a washcloth here. Oh, I love that color. And I like the pattern too. Then we've got some soap sacks, you guys. Oh, this is the wash mitt. Okay, so this is really cool because you can stick your hand in here, and then, you know, so this I think I'm gonna put with the washcloths. That's really cool. I like that idea. And then we have some soap sacks. So here's one. Here is another one. This is really cool. So, okay, this is like mosaic crochet. Oh my gosh, look at the pattern on that. I wonder if you guys can even see that. Here, let's see. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, look at how pretty. It's a dragonfly. That's gorgeous, Kay. This is really cool too. And then here is another one. Oh my gosh, I love these. Kay, thank you so much for sending them. I'm really, really excited to deliver these over there next Monday. Okay, we have another package. I have quite a few packages, you guys. We have another package. This one is from Terry, and she's from Maryland, and I did not see a note in the package. And by the way, you guys don't have to put a note in there, but I see a prayer square. That's definitely a prayer square because it's the right size, and you can see that there is no cross on there. And so you can send these in just a solid prayer square, and that would be perfectly acceptable. So there is a prayer square, and then we have some soap sacks here. Look at how pretty. It's like a granny square, and then you just crocheted around it. There's another one. She's got a lot of soap sacks in here. You know, someone told me that Sarah Satch is doing like a soap sack thing too. So feel free to send to me or her, or keep it in your community. I always encourage you guys to donate locally if you can. Those are very, very cool. I might have to try some of those. And then we have granny squares, and these are so pretty. So I'm going to show you the granny squares. So the granny squares that we're collecting all year, they just have to be 6 inches. So 6-inch granny squares. Oh, look at how pretty. I love the center there. Look at that one. Oh, I love the border on that. I found a bunch of scraps, you guys. I think I'm gonna turn all my scraps into these 6-inch granny squares. I don't know when, but soon. Soon. If I can get myself a day off, I can maybe try and make some granny squares. Ooh, that one has glitter. Look at that one. Oh, it's so pretty. And then here is the last one. Those are gorgeous. Terry, thank you so much for sending the granny squares and the soap sacks and the prayer square. I love it. Yeah, I can do those too. Maybe I can do prayer squares and grannies depending on how much of a leftover that I have. All right, so we have another package here from Alicia, and Alicia is from New York. And Alicia left me a note here, and it says, "Hi Rose, here are some washcloths, soaps, and soap sacks for March donations. Thanks from Alicia." Oh my God, you guys are so amazing. So I'm going to show you the washcloths. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Look at that. You guys like all have the same yarn. That's sugar and cream, isn't it? Look at that. I like that. That's just double crochets. So easy. And that one is really pretty too. That's like a Bernat stripey yarn. Oh, here's another one that's double crochets. Oh, I really like that a lot. And then here are some soap sacks. And Alicia, did you use a pattern for your soap sacks? I'm pretty sure there's tons of patterns out there. So there are the soap sacks and the washcloths from Alicia. Thank you so, so much for sending those in. And then we've got another little box here, and then we got 2 big boxes. So this little box came from, let me see here, came from Diane, and Diane is from New Hampshire. And we've got a note, and it says, "Hi Rose, 10 soap sacks for the generous crafters. The pattern is from a link on their blog. P.S. No cats. Thanks and take care from Diane." So here are her soap sacks. I'm going to show you guys the colors, and I'll just show you what one looks like here. Beautiful. So thank you so, so much, Diane, for all of those soap sacks. I am super excited to bring these over there. Monday is their meeting. So look at all the colors. I just love them. Thank you so much, Diane. Okay, let me get the other 2 boxes. Well, let me just get the first one here because they're a little bit bigger than these little tiny ones. Hang on. All right, you guys, the next package came from Shirley, and Shirley's from Colorado, and there was no note in the package, but Shirley did email me. So I have some washcloths from Shirley, so I'm going to show you the washcloths, and these are all knitted. Oh my goodness, Shirley. I know I could probably do that pattern, but that's probably about all I could do. So, and I'm much quicker with crochet, so I'll stick with crocheting. But look at all these beautiful washcloths. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much for those, Shirley. And then she said she was having a hard time getting to the post office with her hat and scarf sets. So we've got 4 hat and scarf sets here. So if you guys have any hat and scarf sets, just hang on to them because we do have a month coming up where I think like in September where there's hat and scarf sets. So here is the first one. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And you know, I have to see the scarf. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm going to show you guys these like this because they're beautiful. I mean, I know it's March, but it's still like it was 40 degrees here yesterday. So we could still, I'm wearing hat and scarf still when I walk the dog. Here is another one. Oh my gosh. And the yarn is so soft. Oh my gosh, Shirley, seriously. Look at this one. Oh, okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Shirley, you are so talented. I just love these. And then there is one more. Oh, and this is so soft. Okay, Shirley, this yarn and the purple yarn, can you tell me what this was? Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Shirley, thank you so, so much for sending in the hat and scarf sets. and the washcloths. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited. And we have one more donation box. Hang on. All right, you guys, so the last box that I have for donations is from another Diane, but she's from Tennessee, and she's got all over the box. It's a cat house, so not to open the bags. And even the front of the envelope says, cat house, do not open bags. And this is for Rose and the Generous Crafters group. So this is the card she sent. Beautiful. And she says, hi, Rose. I was so excited when you announced a new charity group for us to donate to. Yay. I have 22 washcloths and 50 soap sacks. Blessings to those who receive, those who make and give, and you and the Generous Crafters group. Thanks from Diane M. Oh my gosh, Diane, you guys, you really don't need to thank me. I am really just the middleman. I'm just so excited that we found a charity this year to replace our wings charity. So I'm just beyond thrilled about that. So she said, don't open the bags. So that says 25 soap sacks. And you can see all the soap sacks in there. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that. Oh, that's amazing. You can see the colors there and the colors up there and the colors. Well, I don't know. You can see all of these colors. There's, what did I say? There's 25 in here. And then here is another bag with 25. So, oh my gosh, how pretty. Oh, I just love those. Look at that. These are amazing, amazing. I wish I could open them up, but I can't. And then we have a package here with 10 washcloths. So it says 10 washcloths. Oh, you can see the pattern on that one, but we just can't open it up and show you the pattern on the other ones. But you can see all the colors in there. And then we have one with 12 washcloths here. And I'll just see if I can show you that. So there is what one looks like right there. And then I hope you can kind of see all the colors. Oh, there you go. There you go. Diane, thank you so much for the washcloths and all these soap sacks. That's amazing. Let me know if you have a pattern for the soap sacks, because I should probably try making some, right? Because I've never made a soap sack. Look at how pretty that is. I would hang that in my shower. So Diane, thank you so much. All right, so that's it for donations. I don't know, leave a comment down below. Do you think we should make these separate videos? I guess it depends on how many boxes I get, right? If I get 1 or 2 boxes, probably not a big deal to add them to my weekly yarn yakking video. So now we're gonna go over some Happy Mail. Now, one of these Happy Mails is from a good friend of mine, and I didn't order anything from her, but I think I know what it is. So I got this box in the mail, and it came to my post office box, and it says, thanks for supporting this side hustling mama. That's what the little sticker says. Thanks for supporting this side hustling mama. And this came from someone named Happy to Hook Creations. I think that might be someone named Lisa here on YouTube. Let's see what it says here. There's a note. I haven't even opened up the box, you guys. Oh, she says, read quietly. Okay. She says, I can read some of this. She says, Rose, this turtle is a gift for carrots from Joya. I'm not sure if she has said anything to you yet. Shh. And then she left me another private note on there. Joya. She did say something to me. Okay, so we have, I don't know, if you guys watch Lisa, you know she makes like a crap ton of stuff. Like every day she shows like what she makes. These are the little stickers that I got in the box. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. So I don't drink coffee. I drink tea though. That could be tea, right? She shows everything she makes like almost every day, right? So if she shows something on her video and you're like, I have to have that, she will tell, like, you can email her and she'll put it in her Etsy shop so you can buy it from her like the next day. You can do that. So I think Joya found something that Lisa had made and thought that my daughter might enjoy this. And just so you guys know, my daughter is a huge turtle fan. So let's see which one it is. Oh, it's so adorable. This is the turtle that Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations made, and Joya saw it and thought my daughter would love to have this. And you know what? You are so right, Joya. My daughter is going to be so excited to have this. Look at this little tail sticking out. Oh my gosh. And the yarn is so soft. And look at the little eyes and the face. And it's a sea turtle. Oh my gosh, this is so adorable. First of all, Joya, thank you so, so much for thinking about my daughter and getting this for her. And thank you, Lisa, for making this and sending it my way. And I will make sure that she gets it. She is working tonight, so she won't see it until later. But thank you so, so much. Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. Now, Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations has been making a whole bunch of these, and she just posted a video the other day, and I think she was using Ella from No Catchy Names turtle tutorial, because Ella has a tutorial for a sea turtle and for a land turtle. So I don't know if this is one of the ones from Ella, but I'll link Ella down below also, and Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations. If you're not already subscribed to her, I don't know why you wouldn't be. So thank you so much, Joya. I really appreciate that. And I'm pretty sure Carrots is going to love it too. Okay, so the only other happy mail that I have, and I knew this was coming too. You guys are just so amazing. I have this friend, his name is Gary from Urban Yarn. And he texted me, I don't know, a week ago, and he's like, hey, I have some happy mail coming for you. I hope you don't have to pay any taxes or duties on it. And I said, don't worry about it. I don't think that happens here in the US, at least not for gift items. So I got this big box. I haven't opened it yet. And it says on the box, gift for Rose and Carrots. And I don't know if there's any other, it's just got his address on there. But anyway, I'm just opening this up right now. So there's a card on the top. Oh, I see what's in here. There is a card. Let's see what Gary says. I love Gary. By the way, if you guys are not subscribed to Gary, I'm going to link him down below too. You need to go and check him out. He is so talented. He knits his own sweaters. He does like all kinds of stuff. Crochet. He dyes yarn. He does pottery. I met him twice already. Oh my gosh, what an amazing person he is. Anyway, I have a card. Oh, and he's the most adorable puppy. Her name is Pixel. I haven't met her. All right, the card says, hi Rose, Carrots, and the zoo. Sending you a little something that I hope you will enjoy. The yarn isn't yarn I will use, but I know it may work for your octo, amigurumi, or cats. The hometown might work for your loveys. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Miss you, be seeing you on the YouTube streets, from Gary. Okay, so here is the hometown. I have never seen this color in hometown. Gary, where did you find this? Seriously, we have this at Walmart, but I've never seen this color. Oh my gosh, so these, I'm going to show you guys the colors. So Gary, I actually probably won't use these for a lovey, but I make 3-button cowls, and I'm going to make a 3-button cowl out of this. Oh my gosh. This is called Hudson Bay, you guys. It's a 6 super bulky. It's 100% acrylic. It's from Lion brand. I'll show you guys the label. And it's called Hometown USA. And Gary, let me know if like these were at your Walmart or were these in your stash, in case I need more, because I've never seen these. You guys, it's got green, red, yellow, and blue little things in here with the white. It's really pretty. Thank you so much, Gary. This is going to be a 3-button cowl. I don't know for who. I'll probably just sell it, but okay, here is the other stuff that he's talking about. Oh, this is kind of cool. Where'd you get, Gary? You got it, like, spill the beans. Okay, there's 2 of these, so I'm going to show you the label. I don't know where you can get this. What does that say? Love's Gentle Joy Baby Blanket. Color is baby pink. It's 100% polyester. Oh, it's so soft. It's a 6 super bulky, made in China. Where do you get this? Machine wash. And there isn't really, it says, I think it's 8mm knitting needles. Let me see what it says here. I think it says 6mm knitting needles. Why do they put white print on a light background? I think it's a 6mm knitting needle, 6 super bulky. But that's all it says on there. Oh my gosh, I'm totally gonna make an octo with this, or a cat, for sure, or maybe even a chicken. And then, okay, so for you guys who have been around long enough, my daughter, her nickname is Carrots. She has peanut allergies, and here in the United States, companies don't really care about children with peanut allergies. Not that they have to, it's not their responsibility. But most of the candy that's made in Canada are made in peanut-free facilities unless it obviously has peanuts. So Gary sent some candy for my daughter. You guys, the Kit Kats here in the United States, my daughter cannot have them because they're made in a facility with peanuts. And this one is peanut-free. And she loves, loves, loves the Kit Kats from Canada. So Gary, thank you so much. Okay, and then we've got Smarties. Oh my gosh, they're like little Valentine boxes. Smarties are like, they're like M&Ms, but they're like 5,000 times better than M&Ms. And for those of us who grew up in the United States and have had M&Ms our entire life, we might not think so at first, but once you eat a couple of these, you're like, you don't want to go back to M&Ms. I'm just telling you. You can get Smarties on Amazon too. I'm just saying. Gary, thank you so much for the candy, for carrots, and thank you so much for the yarn. I so appreciate it. You got to let me know if you ever want anything. And for this is going to be a 3-button cowl. So thank you so much. I so appreciate it. You guys go check out Gary. I'm going to link him down below. Okay, so that's it for Happy Mail. Now I know this has been a long video so far, but I actually went shopping. I did some shopping by myself, not a whole lot. And then I met up with a fabulous person on Sunday. I met up with a fabulous person. I'm gonna tell you all about it in just a second. Let me clear this off, hang on. All right, you guys, so I wanted to tell you that I got accepted to a craft fair that is coming up on Mother's Day weekend. So the first weekend of May, I think. And it's actually a flower show, like a flower and garden show. And they have limited acceptance of vendors who are not selling flowers and garden stuff and plant stuff. And I got accepted, and I don't have anything flower related to sell. So I started thinking I need to make some flowers. And I have started to make some flowers. I'm going to show you 2, but they're not complete. I'll show you those in a little bit with my finished objects, because right now I'm just trying to make all the, anyway, I'll tell you about that in a second. So I was like, okay, I have to start making flowers. What do I need to do to have a display of flowers in my booth? So I went to the Dollar Tree, and I will tell you that I found vases at the Dollar Tree. And vases obviously these are $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So they only had 3 colors. They had green, purple, and yellow. And I bought 3 of each color. I thought that I could put 2 flowers in here or 3 flowers in here, and I'd have to figure out the pricing on them. So I picked that up at the Dollar Tree. And then the tutorial I'm using is from Krista at the Secret Yarnery. And when she puts her flowers together, she uses a knitting needle to go through the flower and the leaf base. And I'll link her tutorial down below so you can see what I'm talking about, because I don't have anything finished yet. I don't have a whole bunch of knitting needles, so I was like, okay, I need to get, she said you could also use like the bamboo skewers that you use for barbecuing, and I don't have any of those either. So I had to order them from Walmart. So anyway, so the Dollar Tree, I got 9 of the vases. And then she also says if your flower does not stay on your knitting needle or your stick, you can get little rubber bands and put them around. By the way, these are the bamboo skewers that I bought. You can get a rubber band and like push them up, and that way the flower won't fall down. So they had these at the dollar store also, and they're just little rubber bands. I think they're for your hair. So that's what I picked up at the dollar store, were the vases and the rubber bands. And then I had to order, you guys, no one's barbecuing yet, so no one had this in store. So I had to order this from Walmart, and I did a pickup, and it's bamboo skewers. There's 100 pieces, and I think they're 12 inches, about 12 inches tall. But I'm pretty sure I could cut these if I need to, because they're gonna be a little bit too tall for the vase. So I'll probably wind up having to cut them. But anyway, these were like 99 cents. Okay, so 99 cents for that. The vase was $1.25. This is negligible, right? Because there's 700 pieces in here. So while I was picking up an order at Walmart, I figured I might as well get some yarn. So I did pick up a Bernat blanket yarn in black because I need to make F-bombs. And I also use this for bumblebees. So I just figured I might as well not just pick up one thing of skewers. I'll pick up this too. So I did pick up a Bernat blanket in black. The only other place that I went shopping at by myself was a Goodwill thrift store. And I found the day that I went in there, they were having 30% off. So I found these two balls of yarn, Karen Simply Soft, and Karen Simply Soft, and they were $1.99 and then 30% off. So I picked up these two. And then when I was at the dollar store, at the thrift store, I'll show you what else I found. I have to unwrap them though, they're in paper, hang on. So they had these two for 99 cents at the Goodwill store. You can see it says Goodwill on there. And they had this one for 99 cents. And then they were 30% off. So I got these for 70 cents each. So I have a total of 12 vases for my flowers. I just have to make the flowers. So that was all the shopping I did by myself. So Sunday, I will tell you guys that I met up with the fabulous, wonderful Kim, the Regretful Yarn Addict. So she was visiting with her son-in-law and his family, and it's about an hour or so drive for me to get to meet her. I've met her in the same spot before, and she had mentioned on her video that she was going to be visiting, and so I emailed her and I said, when are you going to be there? When can we meet up? So we met up on Sunday. So there's a Joann Fabrics there that is humongous, but of course we all know that they're going out of business. But we met there, we did some shopping, we went to Michael's, I found some stuff there, we went to Five Below, we had lunch, and then that was our day. So I think she'll probably be talking about it later on this week or next week. But I'm gonna show you what I got. You know what, I have some stuff right here, hang on. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I got at Michael's first. The first thing that I found was, I was just talking about F-bombs. You guys, they had these patches and they were green. I've never seen a green F before. There was a 30% off. This was Michael's. There was 30% off all regular price purchases. So I got these for $1. I got these for $1.40 each. So two of these green Fs was from Michael's. And then they had the Karen Chunky Cupcakes on clearance for $5 each. And I just loved these colors. And these are gonna be hats. And isn't that so pretty? So they're all clearanced out. Every single color was clearanced out. It's a 5 bulky, and it is 100% acrylic. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to find those at your store. If there's any left, they should all be on clearance, I think. So that was Michael's, 2 Fs and 2 chunky cupcakes. And then someone had emailed us and said, if someone emailed me or Kim or both of us and said that Five Below had Winnie the Pooh stuffies for $5. So we went to Five Below, and yes, we found Winnie the Pooh little stuffed animals for $5 each. And then also in the bin with the Winnie the Pooh, they did have Tigger and Piglet, but their necks were really skinny, so I wasn't sure if those would work well for a lovey. They also had these little angels, and I mean like Angel, and this is from the movie or the TV series Stitch, Lilo and Stitch. Her name is Angel. So they had these guys for $5 also. And I like these because the eyes are soft. So that was what I picked up at Five Below and Michael's. And then, you know, we went to Joann's and I got a bag full of yarn. The Bernat blanket was on sale for $8.99 and all the other stuff was 25% off. So not a great deal. But they didn't have a whole lot there. Like they said that they were getting more shipments in, but it's like bulk boxes of stuff. So they had like 50 balls of something, but it was all the same color. So let me show you what I got at Joann's. I don't know if it'll be the last time I shop at a Joann's, but this was like a mega store and there was hardly anything left in there in the yarn section. All right, hang on a second. All right, guys, so I can't find my receipt, but everything, it's just 25% off what the regular price is. So not the best deal ever, but just wanted to make sure I had some of this stuff. Now the Bernat blanket, I know I can get that anytime, anywhere, but we were there and we were in a mood, and so I got a bunch of stuff. Okay, so here's one of the things that I picked up were these Harry Potter buttons, and I think these would be really cool on a 3-button cowl, which is why I purchased them, because I use 3 buttons on a 3-button cowl. And I got 4 packages because I figured, you know what, you guys, I could make one in, I don't know, is anyone really a Slytherin? But anyway, I picked up 4 of these. I don't know what the original price was, but they're washable, and everything was 25% off. So not the best deal, but that's okay. One of the other things I picked up, oh, you know what? I found a hook. They had a bunch of 5mm, and I think the only other one they had was an 8mm. Like I said, they're just getting boxes of stuff, and it's bulk of whatever it is they're getting. So they had like 100 of these, and I love using Susan Bates, so that's a 5mm. They had some Juicy Couture, so I picked up 3 of this color. I make hair scrunchies with these. This is called Super Greens, which sounds delicious as a smoothie. It's a 5 bulky, and there's 107 yards in there. And I think I can get like 3 or 4 scrunchies out of each one. So I picked up 3 of that color. And then this one is called Coral Haze. I thought that was really pretty. So I picked up 3 of that one. So I need to start going on hair scrunchies. For Big Twist, they only had 2 like colors that weren't solid, and this was one of them. This one's called Rainbow Bright, so I picked up one of those because I'm not sure if I'll be able to find that again. So I picked up one of those. And then I love sparkle yarn, so this is the Big Twist Twinkle. Not sure if you can see it. The pink one is called Light Pink, and the blue one is called Light Blue. And you can't go wrong with sparkle yarn. This was the only other Big Twist. It's the Big Twist Plush. The color is called Cobalt. Like I said, I don't remember how much, 25% off whatever the regular price is. I really like this color. Yeah, Cobalt. So I got one of those, and then everything else is Bernat blanket, which I know I could pick up anywhere. But these just called my name, so I had to take them. And these, you can still get them like, Yarnspirations, even Michael's has some of these, not a whole lot though. So this one is called Moonlight Sparkle. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. I picked up one of those. I picked up one of these, which is called Race Car Red, and I picked that up because I make chill pills with that. So that's going to be some chill pills. This one is just called Green, and this can be frogs or pickles or octos or whatever else I want it to be. This one is called Pow Purple, which is beautiful. I have a bunch of octos in this color already. I love it. It's gorgeous. And they did not have a whole lot of stock left on Bernat blanket. This one is called Perfect Phasing, and the color is called Crimson. And I thought that was really, really pretty too. So that's what I bought at Joann Fabrics. So we're just gonna go straight into some finished objects. I'm gonna show you those flowers. Like I said, they're not complete. It's just the bud part. And then I'm gonna show you a potato that I made, a new potato. And then I'm gonna finally show you that blanket. Hang on. All right, you guys. So like I said earlier, talking about the vases and the bamboo sticks, the tutorial that I'm using is from Krista at The Secret Yarnery. So I will link it down below in the description box. And she tells you how to make large roses and rose buds. So this is one of my large roses. Obviously I have not sewn in my ends here, but this is one of the large ones. And this was my first one, so I'm hoping the other ones turn out a little bit better. She also says you can fold them different ways, like you can start rolling them different ways and they'll look different. So this is one of the ones that I've made, and then the big flowers, and then this is a little bud. So this is all I've done so far with rolling them. I've made a ton of the actual pieces, I just haven't rolled them up yet. So this is, I'll link it down below. So I only have until like May 9th to finish whatever this project is. So I'm frantically working on flowers right now. But I just picked these up, so I had to wait until I could get those. Okay, so that's for the flowers. The link will be down below. So if you guys remember, I was making positive potatoes for my good friend, and I didn't like the way any of them turned out. And my good friend Crystal from Chronically Crocheting, she saw my video and she was like, I'm gonna design a positive potato. So she did. She didn't design it for me. She just designed it because she wanted to design it. But I think I kind of sparked that. And she asked me to test the pattern, and I did. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to link her down below. She did a video, a tutorial, and then she also talked about it. But you can buy her pattern, you guys, it's like $2.50. So please go and check her out and support her. She made like 13 potatoes. So I did test her pattern. And I appreciate it. But I'm going to show you the first potato that I ever made. This is not Crystal's pattern, and it looks like poop. So this was my potato, my first positive potato. And the sign says, I may be a tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. So I was not thrilled with the way this one came out. So I made a couple other ones, and I wasn't really thrilled with them either. And I think I talked about that in one of my last yarn yakking videos. So then Crystal asked me to test her potato. So this one is her potato. And he's got arms and legs. So there is the positive potato from Crystal at Chronically Crocheting. She shows you where you can add like lines in it to make it look like it's got eyes. You know how potatoes look. Anyway, I won't be making any more potatoes, even though this pattern is really, really great. I'm not a fan of potatoes. So my girlfriend will finally get all 4 of these potatoes that I made for her, and then hopefully she never asks me for another potato again in my life. So I'm even tempted to give her the potatoes in the pot, but I don't think she needs the pot. The pot I purchased at a Goodwill store. I'm just probably going to donate it back to Goodwill. So anyway, there's potatoes. Potatoes are in the pot. I'm done making potatoes, but I highly recommend that you go see Crystal at Chronically Crocheting for her potato pattern. It's amazing. You'll love it. And I used Big Twist Posh, which I don't know that you can even get it anymore, because once Joann's goes out of business, I'm not sure who's going to carry this. So the potato that I did for her is in the color Brown Butter. So there you go. Potatoes, done. All right, enough potatoes. So I'm going to show you the blanket that I started to make, and I think I'm finished with it. I was using, I'll show you what I was using. Premier Sweet Roll Frosty, and the color is called Iced Coffee. I had 6 altogether. I had 6 of these balls altogether. I used 4 full balls, and then I had this much left on a 5th one. And then obviously I have 1 full ball left over. Now the pattern I used is by the Crochet Crowd, and it's called the Mitered Modern Granny. I used a 6mm hook, and I didn't want my blanket to be square. I wanted it to be rectangle. So I added to the bottom and then started going around. I will show you. So this is the blanket, and this is where it started. Right here, you can see the square there. And then I just started adding and adding and going through the bottom and to the side. So I only added to the side and the bottom, and I kept this part the way it was originally. When I was done, I added a row around the entire thing. So I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. So this is where it started. And then I added, you can see where it's not a coherent piece. So this, I think I'm going to be done with it. I don't think I'm going to add, even though I have another ball of yarn, I don't think I'm going to add any more to it. And I don't know that I would do this again, because I would want it to start off as a rectangle. I'm pretty sure you could do a mitered rectangle. If I could find that pattern, I would do that. But I don't think I would do a mitered square. Maybe for a baby blanket, because you could do that like 36 by 36 and then just be done with it. But for like a lap blanket or like for a gift for someone, I don't want it to be square. I want it to be rectangle. I don't know. Does anyone else have any thoughts on gifting blankets for people? I like them to be rectangle. So this is the Mitered Modern Granny, but it's not a square. I turned it into a rectangle. So that is the blanket that I've been hemming and hawing about for a while. So, all right, I think that's it. Like I said, I'm feverishly working on the flowers. I'm doing them in all different colors. This is yarn, you guys, from that bag of yarn I found at the thrift store. I showed it in the last Yarn Yakking video. It's like a mega ball. It's like, to me, it feels like, what is it? Knit Picks or We Crochet. It feels like that big ball of, I don't remember what it's called, but that's what it feels like to me. It's really, really nice and soft. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I need to make more flowers, and then I need to roll them up, and then I need to make the leaves to go underneath them, because you have to do that separately, and then pop them on these things and put them in the vases. So I have a lot of work to do in the next month to get ready for that, just to make these flowers, right? It's crazy. All right, so I think that's it. I will probably see you guys next week. Remember, random acts of crochet kindness. And if you'd like to send in donations for the generous crafters, the list is down below, and it's also a pinned announcement in the Facebook group. So let me know if you guys have gone to Joann Fabrics, and if I'm sure there's no deals yet, because I think everything is still just the yarn is at least 25% off. So just let me know what you've seen. All right, we'll talk to you later. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.